right back at you like I never left, and I'm going to go this hard to my last breath. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Kanoom, Consu Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in this room. You're down dealing with Kanoom. Yeah, I'm here. And while I'm here, I'm going to make the information direct and clear, because a lot of y'all can't hear. Yeah. Now, welcome back to Make My Ancestors Great Again. This is another episode of My Thoughts. This is My Thoughts 152, okay? And I want to speak about another Bible occurrence in a Bible verse. Numbers 22:28 on down. It's dealing with, like I said, mythological things going on. And we're supposed to presuppose that this happened in reality, in real human being lifetimes. A human being that's been on the planet however long it be, whether it be a male or female, whether it's 1 year old, 2 years old, 50 years old, 40 years old, 20 years old, 18 years old, whatever age, it don't matter the age brackets. Nevertheless, we're supposed to sit here and believe, because the Bible is a book that one has to believe in. Nothing in the Bible is based and built on realism. It's not historical. The Bible, as I said before, over and over again, the Bible is based on oral tradition, mythology, allegory, and fiction. And some of it is flat out lies, okay? That's what it's built on. That's how the story goes now. So, and like I say, Numbers 22:28 on down, you're dealing with a donkey, or in this case it says an ass. The Lord opened the ass's mouth. That's verbatim. I'm not going to deal with the whole thing because it's a lot of verses and things like that, but I want to deal with this key component of the story. Okay, this is what the story surrounds. The Lord opened the ass's mouth, and she said to Balaam, because the owners of the ass or the donkey name is Balaam, because he beat the donkey or the ass 3 times because it wouldn't continue to go further. The Lord was able to open his eyes. It goes on and on. The Lord opened his eyes, the Lord opened his mouth of an ass. Well, her mouth, because as long as in the Bible, as long as you're going to make a fool out of somebody, it might as well be a lady, a female. This is how the story goes now. This ass that was able to talk, it said the Lord opened her mouth, okay? The Lord opened her mouth, and she said this to Balaam. She said, sorry, I was trying to turn the air up a little bit. She said, why dost thou smitten me? Why hast thou smitten me 3 times? Because he was beating her like, hey, I got things to do. I got to get on up this road. I got things to do. See, but this gentleman, Balaam, didn't know that the Lord had opened the donkey eyes. So the donkey, the ass, this is a female ass. That's what the Bible categorized it as a female. The ass said, hey, I didn't want to go forward because it was the Lord opened his eyes. The Lord opened the female ass, the she ass mouth, and it said, hey, it was a soldier down there with a sword. And now the Lord opened up Balaam's eyes, so Balaam can see the soldier down there now. So the soldier speaks to Balaam, why did you hit that donkey like that ass? And he said, hey, man, I forgive me, man. I didn't mean to hit it like that. I thought something was wrong and didn't want to go no more. Things of this nature. This is how the story goes now. You read it for yourself. We're dealing with Numbers 22:28 on down. The angel, the death angel, said, hey, man, because he had a sword in his hand, if that female donkey, that ass, didn't stop, I was going to surely kill you, because you've been doing perverted things. You've been living in a perverse manner, and the Lord has sent me to kill you for it. Okay, so I was going to kill you and spare the female ass's life. This is how the story goes now. So now let's sit back and talk about what we just went under. That is mythology. Nothing about it is symbolic. Nothing about it is an analogy. Nothing about it is a parable. Nothing about it is some type of bigger understanding or the context of the story. Nothing about it is that. This is supposedly happening in real human being history. Show me in this verse and Numbers and all this type of stuff where it says this part is just mythology. It doesn't. This is a story that took place supposedly in human being time and human being history. And I tell you, it's a flat out lie. It's 100% false. It's never been a man named Balaam. It's never been no female donkey or ass that can speak, because it hasn't happened today. So this God of the Bible or whoever been inspired to write it, because having an inspiration by a presupposed or supposed God doesn't mean that this is law. The Bible is 100% worthless in terms of a historical value. It's historically worthless because history is best qualified to reward all research. That's a quote from Malcolm X. You cannot historically go back and say that this story happened historically. It's no way. What meter, what value, what form of archaeology, what form of anthropology can you go back and find a talking donkey and a man named Balaam who had a conversation with a donkey and an angel? Show me the historical value, how we supposed to go back and cross-reference and check that this story happened. Just a bunch of Europeans writing a book from a so-called inspiration of God. I mean, every day you get inspired to do something. You get inspired to go use the restroom. I mean, you get inspired to do it. You have to, inspiration come over, you say, hey, let me go ahead and drain and use my, use the bathroom and do what I have to do. That doesn't make it a divine principle or no divine type of thing that you're doing. You get inspired to eat a sandwich, man. I looked at anything. I just looked at a Subway commercial. Now I'm inspired to eat a sandwich. There's nothing divine going on there. So when they say this book was inspired by God to be written, there's no way to historically trace that. The Bible is historically worthless. It's Lil Kenny Russell, Canoon, Consul, Moon. You already know what you're going to get when you step in the room. You was now dealing with Canoon. This is what I do, and I love to do it. And before I take back what I said, I add some more to it. The Bible has no value from a historical principle whatsoever. They have people right now as we speak, and they've been doing it since the 1700s, not that old. You think that it's 1,000 years old, you don't know what you're speaking about. The first Bible ever printed was printed in 1475. That's it. So before that time, it was supposed to be some supposed scrolls running around, and they just found them so many years ago, so many pieces of shredded scrolls and all this type of stuff. That's silliness put forth by Western academia, which is the European institutions, trying to backdate some type of history because they don't have any. And I'm not being racist. I'm talking about from a religious standpoint. The European never had religion until one was created for him. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and I thank you for watching. And remember, education and preparation is the first step to retaliation. So before you pick up a weapon, pick up some knowledge. Yeah, yeah.